All right, I think we're live. Did somebody just close something? Y'all working? No, never mind. Got excited. Okay. Can you guys hear me and see me still?
Yes.
You guys were all very loud and then it got very quiet, so. Once this starts playing, did it say broadcasting on YouTube for you guys yet? All right,
Yeah.
I think we're live. All right, cool.
Yep.
There we go.
Says it's streaming.
All Sweet. Okay, so I'm gonna share my screen. We're gonna jump right into it. Guys, please like stop me and ask me questions if you're like, wait, why am I looking for this or what am I seeing? Anything like that. That's how you're gonna learn. All right, so this is State Farm whole life or universal life insurance policy. April 25th of 2012 is when they pulled this. So this was 2.5 years into the 2.5 years into the policy, because the policy date is December 1st of 2010, right? So we're I'm gonna write that date down. I'm gonna like walk you guys through exactly how I would go through this if I was meeting with this client. Okay, I might have looked at this policy a long time ago. So this thing issued in 2010, it's 2012, so it's 2 years old. I don't want you guys to think it's 13 years old now, but when all the comparisons we're going to make are a 2-year-old policy. Okay, you guys follow me here? Just because we want to make sure it makes sense. So it's a male who is 57. So I would put like M and 57. You're already going to know some of this information based on your client when you're meeting with the client, right? So some of the stuff you won't need to pull from the policy, but because we don't know anything about this client other than this. So the current death benefit is it remains a level. So who wants to tell me, somebody not licensed, unmute yourself. What is a level death benefit? Not Josh, because you answered yesterday on this question. So what is a level death benefit? What does that mean?
Doesn't it mean that the rate stays the same?
That would be level premium. So good guess. That's level premium. Level death benefit. Angie, unmute yourself. We're figuring this out together. Ready? Level death benefit. What does that mean? If it's the level premium is what you just said, what's a level death benefit? You're muted.
Sorry, my dog is howling.
Okay.
A level, then that means that the payout remains the same?
Yeah, the death benefit stays the same. Yep. So if it's 50,000, it's 50,000 forever. I think this one's actually, if I remember correctly, 100,000. Yeah. 100,000 non-tobacco. So I'm going to write down 100K with an N and a T next to it. That's just how I would remember it. So plan universal life. It's a flexible premium. Okay. So what does flexible premium? Angie, what does flexible premium mean? If level premium means it doesn't change, what does flexible mean?
That means that the rate will go up. I think it means on a slope, like at a consistent rate. Is it every year or months?
It's every year. It's a flexible premium, adjustable life. So every year the premium is going to change up or down, doesn't matter. It's flexible though. So what flexible means changing. Level means not changing. And a death benefit is payable when the insured dies. So how this plan works, they deduct a 5% premium expense charge. How much are they paying per month? Does anybody remember?
210.
Yep.
Yeah.
Someone quick do 5% of 210. What is that number? I think it's 12.5, I think. Or 1250 or 1050. I don't know. I can't do math. So if someone
like 1050.
Okay, 1050. Great. So they're paying 1050 per month. Ellie, and do 1050 times 12 for me really quick so we can figure out the policy fee.
You said times 4?
12 months. 1050 times 12. Yeah.
126.
All right. So anybody remember what our policy fee is?
$65.
65 a year. Yeah. So this is almost exactly double the policy fee price. Okay. So the remaining premium is added to the account. From this account value, we deduct each month either so right off the get-go, their $210 turns into $199.50. Okay. Because the 5% premium expense charge is monthly. It literally says this right here, right? The remaining premium is added to the account value. So they take $199.50, put it in the account. From this account value, we deduct each month either A, the cost of insurance, including any changes for riders, or B, the current monthly expense charge of $8. A current monthly expense charge of $8. So they're always going to lose at least $8 from the account value. So you thought $126 policy fee was high, right? But that doesn't even include the expense charge, which is at least going to be $8. Okay, so Elliot, do 8 times 12 for me. What is that? It's 122, isn't it? Or
It's going to
120?
be 96. 8 times 12.
Good thing I'm good at math. Good thing we have calculators, guys. So 96. So Elliot, do 96 plus 126 divided by 12.
So 222 divided by 12, 18.5, 1850.
All right. So your actual monthly cost of insurance is what? 1850?
Yes.
1850. So Elliot, do 1850 divided by 210. I'm trying to get the total, the percentage. What's the percentage? Almost 20% or almost a 10% policy fee.
So divided by 210, it's going to be 0.088.
Okay, so it's an 8.8% policy fee, guys. Just right off the rip, right off the get-go. Okay. So the account earns interest, but the rate may differ. The current interest rate is increased by 0.25. And the unloaded account value that exceeds 10% of the base amount. Surrender charges apply. Okay, cool. So we're going to skip through this. All the important stuff's already been highlighted, but I'm just kind of skimming this with you guys. It's taking forever to load. So let's see. Definitions. Guaranteed values. Okay, so these values are calculated using the illustrated premiums, 5% expense charge, guaranteed interest rate of 4%. All right, so this has a guaranteed interest rate of 4%, right? So who remembers what the worst 30-year time frame in the stock market history was? Anybody remember? We talked about this yesterday.
8%.
8%. So they're guaranteed half of the worst 30-year period ever. Okay, so not bad. That was sarcastic if you didn't figure that out already. But it's guaranteed, Jerry, right? It's guaranteed. It's guaranteed. The worst ever, not the average, the worst ever in the market over 30 years, 8%. Not the average. The average is 10, like it's like 10.5, right? All right, so non-guaranteed intermediate values. The value is calculated using illustrated premium, 5% expense charge, average of the illustrated, blah, 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 right? We already read that. The intermediate values are not guaranteed. Okay, so I've read this policy before. I love this policy. It's my favorite one, I think, because it literally says everything's not guaranteed, and then it goes on to say it's guaranteed. Oh, I'm pretty sure if it's the one I think it is. Non-guaranteed illustrated values. Again, these values not guaranteed. Cash surrender value apply for 15 policy years. Right, so the surrender charges apply. I wish this part was highlighted because it's not. It makes it look a little bit confusing. But the surrender charges apply for 15 years. Okay, so you guys remember that policy we looked at yesterday? It was 15 years of surrender charges, right? Same thing on this one. Right, I don't know where they're at. Maybe we'll come across them. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Death benefit. Y'all remember when I talk about option A and option B?
Yep, one has an IRS corridor, one doesn't.
Yep, here's option one. The death benefit is the basic amount of life insurance. Okay, the death benefit may include up to internal revenue code provisions, changes in the death benefit, all that fun stuff. You all can read. Okay, let's see. Option two, where is it? It's going to be the cash on here. Okay, so there's that 4% interest, not guaranteed. Remember, guaranteed value 4%. All right, so at the end of year 6 in the policy, the cash surrender value $7,000. Okay, at the age of 77, there's 25,000 in this account. Okay, at the age, these are guaranteed values. Okay, these are guaranteed. So at the age of 85, this thing is for sure, if worst case scenario, going to run out of money. All right, so run out of money. Intermediate. So intermediate means they're just throwing arbitrary projections out there, because remember, it's not tied to the market. It said that earlier. So this intermediate value of 4%, if it's building a little bit faster, is going to run out of money at the age of 90, but it's permanent, Dan. Nope, it's guaranteed to run out of money right here, right? Like Hey guys, so beginning in this year, illustrated premiums are insufficient. Why? Why would the amount of cash be insufficient to pull money out and to pay the premium? Does anybody want to guess?
Automatic loan provision?
Okay, not bad. Go
Because
ahead. Whoever.
the continually goes up, and so they take the money instead of increasing their premium, they take the money out of the money that they're already putting in, so it runs out of money.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for, Josh. Not that what you said was wrong necessarily, but that's the key point to say. Like, ask them, does your life insurance price go up every month? And it's going to, because it literally tells you it's going to, right? So their payment might stay the same, but you can literally get one page deep into this policy and you can say, oh, it's, where is it? A flexible premium. That means your cost of insurance doesn't go up, or might go up. Right? So they might tell you, oh, Dan, I'm paying $210. It's never going to go up. Well, it's a flexible premium. So your premium for your life insurance is going to go up, which means it's going to eat at the cash value. If you're not paying more per month, it's going to eat at your cash value because that's where they pull it from. Right? So let's see what else we got here. I love when they draw the smiley faces on it. It makes it really easy. All right. So guaranteed value. So the account value. Cash. So, okay, check this out. Hey, if you ever need to borrow money against this, Kelly, you can. Okay, so your account value is worth $10,000. I know you needed to get a new vehicle, but you only got 7,000 in here that you can actually have, and then you get to cancel your life insurance also. Congratulations. If you're all the way down here at year 16, it ends up being 24,000. Okay, and then it's equal. So there's no surrender value. You can just cancel it and take it, but no surrender charge. Excuse me. You can just cancel it and take it, but guess what? You also lose your 100,000. You lose your death benefit. Okay. Now, watch this, guys. Right here, year number 20, 76 years old, 26,179. Elian, do me a favor. Do 20 times 210, and then do that times 12. 20 years, 12 months, $210 a month. You're muted. What is it?
50,400.
So if you just would have put the freaking premium for your life insurance policy in a shoebox, you'd have almost, actually, what was it? 50,000?
Yep, 50,400.
You'd have just under double what you have built up as cash value in this policy at the age of 76. But wait, there's more. It gets better. So as they get older, what's happening to the total? Type it in the chat. What's going down here? What's happening? Is there a cash value getting higher or lower as this person gets older? It's going down. At the age of 85, guess what? There is zero of everything. No life insurance, no cash. No life insurance, no cash. Like a good neighbor, right? Just right here, just straight taking your cash. It's ridiculous. These figures do not recognize that because of interest. $1 in the future is less than $1 today, aka inflation. Some of y'all experienced that with your eggs. We talked about that this morning, right? Like, it's not the same. Beginning in this year, illustrated premiums. So the illustrated premiums, again, not the guaranteed premiums, the illustrated premiums, because they're going to raise your premium and they're going to pay more or cancel it, are insufficient to provide requested based on the basis. Okay, so insufficient. You run out of money. All right, so guaranteed interest values, 4%, all that fun stuff right here. This figure does not recognize it because of interest, etc. Right? So as this person gets older, guys, it's out of money. I mean, literally, it's okay. So let's go 60 years into this thing. Let's say this non-tobacco 57-year-old healthy male lives to be 116 years old. Elian, do 60 times 12 times 210. I guarantee it's more than 305. Maybe not. I might be lying. It might not be, actually. I can't read you, or I can't read your lips, bro. I can't hear you.
The heck. I said it's going to be 151,000.
Okay. So at this point, they're getting a little bit of a return. So now their money's worth a little bit more than what it was. And the surrender value is there too. And now the death benefit goes up a little bit. But again, remember the other one, death benefit option A or B, right? So they either get this or this, not both. Now, here's the thing I wanted to show you guys. So what is, anybody want to type in the Zoom chat? What is our company like slogan, right? Buy term and what? invest the difference, buy a Corvette. What is it? One of the guys, Carlos said the other day, we were talking about his car. He's got one of the new Corvettes. So does David from the office. And he was talking about, he said, buy a Corvette and invest the difference because they look like a Lambo kind of. So he's like, buy a Corvette and invest the difference. Like, you're an idiot. All right. Anyway, so let's look at what it would look like if Mr. Client here, we'll call him George. If George were to have met with one of you kind people and gotten this thing set up with you. So how much life insurance did he have? Anybody remember? You can unmute yourself or put it in the Zoom chat if you remember.
100,000.
100,000. Yep. Okay. My quick quotes is going to take forever to load, of course. So he's got 100 grand in death benefit. Eventually, we'll be able to look at this. All right. So he's got 100. Oh, look at that. There's already a 58-year-old in there. All right. So let's say this man is 57 years old. Non-tobacco, relatively healthy. We'll leave him alone at class 6. Let's just power term this guy, not even medical check. And we're going to give this kind fellow here 250,000. Just, I'm curious what this, I can't do more than 250 on a power term because he's over 57. So 150, 179. All right. So it's still more than what or less than what he's paying at worst case scenario on this, right? So if all I did was set him up this way, he's got no kids on the policy or anything like that. So he's going to be able to invest $31 a month. So let's go. Wait, I don't want to close out of that. Hang on. Let's see. Compound interest calculator. So take 0. 30 times 12 is what? 360. So this guy's investing $30 a month. He has his life insurance at 150,000, which is 50,000 more than what he had before, correct? He's got $360 a month. And we're going to give him 20 years to grow just because that's when the policy starts going term to 95. Okay, and let's just give him a market average, a little bit below market average, 10%, $22,000. So let's go look here. So 20 years into the policy with this guy here, he's got 26,000 after putting $210 a month into this policy, not 30. He has 6,000 more. Okay, so we're putting 15% of what he's putting into it every month into his investment, and he's got 6,000 less. So what I would do is I would meet with this client and I would just kind of figure out what his goals are, obviously, right? So let's see what 100,000 is. So it's $6 less a month, right? So what I would have with this guy is a conversation about like what his purpose for insurance is, right? I would probably get him to knock it down to a 15-year term, or I would have him structure it this way. I would go, hey, George, your kids are out of the house, right? You got your mortgage almost paid off. Let's structure it this way. This is good. This is good for you all. Need to watch this. I would tell him to set this up this way because it's still 150,000 right now. But once the mortgage is paid off in the next 10 years, you don't need 100,000 anymore. His kids live on their own. Like he needs 50,000 or so for a death benefit in case he passes away, right? Like for funeral burial, why do we need $150,000 death benefit? We don't, right? We need to invest our money. So if he did this, I would take this $78. Elian, can you do 78 times 12 real fast? Sorry, you're my calculator buddy today.
936.
All right, so now we're taking 936 a year and we're investing that. So for 10 years, we're investing 936. Okay, I'll show you where I'm getting this from in a second. So 10 years, 936, there's $16,409. Okay. Now what happens? Can anybody unmute themselves and tell me what happens 10 years into this policy? He can choose to drop this if he wants to. Now, if he's doing good in his other investments, my advice to this client would be you should drop it. You don't need it. You have 50,000 and you have a couple 100,000 invested in other places. Why in the world would you continue to pay for this? You don't need it, right? So we cancel it. Now we drop it down to $89 a month. Okay. That's what he's paying now, $89 a month total. So now he can take $130 a month. Elian, what's 130? No, sorry, 120. What's 120 a month times 12?
1,400. Well, 1,440.
Okay, so I can take 1,440 a year and add it, but do you guys remember that balance right there? 16,409 is what he already has, because now we're 10 years into this policy. So for the next 10 years, this client's going to go ahead and invest 14,000. Now he's got 67,000. So now he has 20 years from now, his policy has played it, like has done what it needed to do, right? It protected him. Where am I at? It protected him in the first 10 years to cover his mortgage. Once his mortgage is gone, sorry, Axel ate the top of a protein bar, ate all the chocolate off. You guys want to see this? Look at this. He just ate the chocolate off. Nothing else.
This is toddlers for you.
Birth control for some of you guys. Anyway, so I'm not going to eat that. That's disgusting. So anyway, so now we get to the end of this policy and he has $67,000 in cash built up. He doesn't need a death benefit anymore. Like he doesn't need the life insurance. Now he might choose to continue it, right? But he doesn't need it. So now guys, we're at a point where there's $0. Now he's got $210. And let's say at this point, this man is 77. Let's say he's working another 5 years, right? So Elian, 210 times 12, what is it?
2,520. 2,520.
And let's give him another 5 years to let that grow. So now he's sitting at 126.13. He's 25 years into starting this policy. He's got 126,123. Now he doesn't have any life insurance anymore because he doesn't need it. But guys, so what we're doing is we're setting him up to put himself in a position where he actually has an investment along with the life insurance. And when it doesn't make sense to have the life insurance anymore, he doesn't need it. And now if he really wanted to, he could ride that out to 95 years old, which is what happens inside of these things anyway, right? Because remember, you're always looking at the guaranteed line here. You're not looking at the not guaranteed values because there's literally nothing that tells you what this is based off of. I hope you guys understand that. Like when you're looking at these, there is nothing that, like, there's no guidelines to what this is based off of. It's pretty arbitrary. So we always go off the guaranteed values, and we're now 25 years into this policy. This guy's got 100,000 in death benefit or 19,000 in cash. With us, 20 years into the policy, so same time, 20 years right here into the policy. Wait, where am I at? 25 years, excuse me, into the policy. He can have 50,000 still if he still wants to, or he could have 167 or whatever it was, 126, sorry, 126. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I'm picking that 126 all day, right? And so guys, you just got to know what you're looking for. Look for the guaranteed values here. Look for the cash surrender values, stuff like that. Hopefully this was helpful, guys. Does anybody have any questions before we get out of here today?
So we're looking, so when you first go in, you're generally looking for guaranteed values right off the bat. Or are you going to break down the definitions and things in the beginning before you go into those?
Well, I'm going to first look at, well, you can't see my screen, sorry. So I'm going to first go on the home page here, and I'm going to look for like some of these key terms, right? First off, it's universal life. So I know it's not going to do what he thinks it is probably. But based on that, because the way these are sold. Remember, yesterday we looked at what the companies are telling them not to say anymore that they're still saying, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I know how it's sold. So I'll say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, was this sold to you as like some type of like tax-free retirement, something like that, built in cash? You can borrow it if you ever need to. Does that sound familiar? They're gonna be like, yeah, it sounds familiar. Okay, great. And then I know exactly what they were told starting this policy, right? Or at least I have an idea of what they were told. So then I'm looking for the death benefit. Like I'm looking for this. So the death benefits level, I'm looking for the premium amount. I'm looking for the life insurance amount, because those are the things that you need to like plug it in and show them buy term and invest the difference. a flexible premium. So I'm looking for that flexible premium too, because there's nothing on this policy that even guarantees that they're only going to pay $210 a month anyway. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing on there that says, hey, you're only going to ever pay 210. Like there's nothing on here that shows their premiums. So I would talk to them about, hey, look, like it's 210 right now, but it very well could go up next year. It's flexible premium. There's nothing guaranteeing your premium's not going to change. And I would lean into that, and then I would just talk to them about the investment side. Because guys, that's really the power of what we're doing. And here's the cool part, right? They're like, well, I don't want any downside loss, because that's one thing that these IUL salespeople are going to tell your clients. Oh, what if you have downside protection? Great. A buffer annuity through Lincoln Financial has downside protection, 3% guarantee. Life insurance policies have a 4% guarantee, but you're also guaranteed to lose the value if you live long enough. An annuity, you guarantee 3 to 4% rate of return. You have downside protection. So if it goes below a 3% rate of return, you lock that in, kind of like a CD. But you also have unlimited participation on the upside. But on Index Universal Life, and I didn't see anything on this one, so I don't want to tell you something that's not true. But a lot of times Index Universal Life insurance policies have caps on the growth. So they're capped at 10%. So if the market, comes out of COVID and freaking doubles overnight, and they go,
you're not going to get the benefit from it.
Yeah, exactly. They're stuck at 10%. Who gets the other 10% gain? I'll give you one hint. Rhymes with State Farm. Like, so you just got to understand like how these things are written. These are not written in the best interest for the clients ever. These are written in the best interest for the life insurance company, 100%. And then for the agent second, and then for the client third. Because if there's I need to find the documentary, guys, and I'll shut up after this. But there's a documentary or a video that talks about how, I think it was Rick Miller, talks about how no other life insurance company will ever be able to do what Primerica's done, because we've been around for so long and we've only done term for so long, back when it was a lot more expensive. So like now it's way more inexpensive, but there's a cash reserve to pay out the death benefits if needed. No other life insurance company would be able to come in and only sell term, because they would not be able to be profitable. So if a new life insurance company starts, they're going to sell term and whole life and cash value or something like that, because that's where they make their money. That's where the margin is. That's why my friend that owns a farm bureau agency, he's not paid his quota for life insurance. He straight up tried to recruit me. He's like, look, if you came and worked with me, you'd only have to sell 10 policies a month, but the term ones don't count. You have to sell whole life for them to count. Why do you think that would be the case? Because they're the money producing.
Make some more money.
Yes, exactly. So you can always rest assured that with Primerica, you're going to get your client one of the best prices, depending on their age range. Sometimes it might be not, like sometimes it doesn't make sense if they have a different term to switch them. I'll be honest, I've not switched a couple clients that are in their 60s. I've not changed them because they got something from 30 years ago. It's a term, it renews at 80, but their investments are doing okay. Hey guys, look, at the end of the day, you're doing the best thing for the client, not for you. Because if you do the best thing for your client, that client's going to remember that and refer you to all of their friends and their kids and their grandkids. And you have a bucket of people to work with because you sat down with them and you talked to them about how to do the right thing. So guys, I hope these last 2 days have been helpful for you. I will continue to go over this, but here's the thing that we need to do. If I'm going to go over life insurance, if I'm going to go over all this stuff with you guys, I need you to understand what I'm saying here. I need you guys to be recruiting, because if I'm going to hurt my brain and read things and actually teach you guys stuff, I need you guys to continue. Yeah, I need you to recruit people so we can teach them and get them licensed and grow the team, because I know that this is going to help you guys close business, but we need new people also. Like, we got to keep recruiting, keep that recruiting machine going. So guys, I know it's St. Patrick's Day, but I want to challenge you guys as a team. We're going to set 50 appointments today, 50, okay? 50. Everyone that sets more than 5 personal appointments. So 50 on the team. Once we hit 50, everybody that sets 5 team appointments or more, I'm going to send you a $10 Starbucks or gift card to place of your choice. Nothing crazy, but it's a Friday going into the weekend. Everybody wants to take the day off. Let's set ourselves up for some success heading into the weekend. Set 5 appointments today. Okay. Or keep a running tally in our chat, our Telegram. And they have to be set by 10 o'clock tonight. All right. Guys, I love you guys. Have an amazing day. I'll talk to you later.